In this video, we are taking a quick look at the Black Ember Citadel R2. We also have the Black Ember Citadel Modular here, which is the previous iteration. It kind of almost seems like they sort of combined the features from the minimal and the modular into one. So we don't have all these magnets on the outside starting out. This is a little bit closer aesthetically to the minimal version, but this is the next rev of that. So kicking it off here, just taking a look at this. There's a little bit of a security zipper here, which I think is pretty cool, and it's very secure. So this little Hypalon pull tab you can hold on to, unzip, zip, and then when you want to make this pocket a little more secure, you just pull this zipper pull through. Now it's a little bit hard to get out in a timely manner, I've found, just after testing it a little bit. Haven't really gotten used to it yet, but you kind of can hold onto the Hypalon loop and push that YKK zipper back in here. Very similar material on both. Yeah, see, I'm just like struggling to get it. It took me a while before, but definitely secure. I mean, like if I'm a thief, I'm not going to get to it, but if I'm just trying to access this pocket, it takes a while. We'll leave it for now. We'll keep going along with the bag. So you do have these loops down here that attach the Black Ember accessories that go along with this. I mean, this bag is massive. So is this one. It's kind of got the same material. One other thing I noticed right off the bat is these straps. So we have the R2 here, and then this is the previous version, the modular. And one of the biggest complaints that we had in the review when we did review this, so we do have a full review on this. Make sure to go take a look at packhacker.com. Links to both of these pages in the description below. But there's like a lot of padding, which at first you'd think like looks really comfortable, but it just feels awkward to wear. So we like in the R2 that they've kind of slimmed it down. Of course, we still got the fidlock buckles, slimmed it down a little bit more. I think this is a much better solve. It's a little more comfortable. Of course, the straps are still hidable behind this frame sheet here, so all that's pretty much the same. And then we can see that the design on the exterior of the straps is a little bit different as well. So on the left here, we've got this sliding sternum strap, and on the right, we've got this kind of metal mechanism we've seen with other bags. We like that the metal mechanism here is this little row of PALS webbing here is kind of thin enough, or PALS-like webbing. It's not exactly PALS to spec, but we like that that's thin enough, so this will kind of stay in there, but it's still pretty easy to pull out if you'd like to pull that out. But it's not going to get jostled around, you're not going to lose it, so we like that. On some designs like this, we've seen that we've lost sternum straps pretty quickly in our testing. Of course, well, there's a little Velcro here. Design's a little different, so that fully opens up, which is way easier and faster to stash. Versus on this one, it kind of stays connected here on the older Citadel modular. So that's really cool just at a first glance. Just kind of doing a first glance on this. I'm not really sure if we're going to do a review on this yet. So definitely stay tuned. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on that. So yeah, I mean, access is very, very similar. You know, the overall structure of the bag is very similar. We still got these things on the side for attaching accessories. None of these magnets here on the R2, but just these little kind of hook areas to attach accessories. So that's nice, you still have that option. Definitely very, very similar build. If we pull it down, I mean, the clamshell, the zippers, they go to about the same area, so you can really open this thing up, which we'll do right now, starting with the modular. And this bag is so heavy. We've got all the accessories inside of here as well. Opening up the R2. Ooh, the zipper feels a little smoother. Maybe that's just because it's new. Yeah, these are a little older. We've had some people in the community comment that depending on the climate, these weather-resistant YKK zippers can kind of start to crack and get a little stiff. Of course, you can use some zipper oil if you want, but this one's brand new, so it just feels really smooth. And yeah, I like the interior design of this. I mean, except for this thing, I'm not the biggest fan of this. So it's like a little kind of compression shield thing where you can slide in any items here, like if you want to throw a tablet in there, and then you've got kind of the organization panel back here. When I was testing the modular, I sort of just kept it out. So that's got the sport pack. got all these little features. Again, full review on this at Pack Hacker. We go through every single one of these, so I'm not gonna talk about it in this video. But we've got that same kind of frame sheet design here. That opens right up. We've got a similar kind of layout here, but a couple differences. So the first is we have this gray ripstop material, which I think is just better and more seemingly a little bit more natural. We've got this like space age shiny material going on in the interior here, which is actually like pretty rad. But it feels a little rubbery. This feels more natural to what you'd see in a pack, and it's a lot more robust. We've got that mesh pocket here. The patterning is a little different on this. So we've got that, this is a little bit like tighter, whereas you can see that visually this mesh pocket's a lot bigger. So I kind of like that. They've tightened up the design here, and although it is a little bit smaller, I think it's just tighter. And then with that smaller design, this opens up, you've just got two pockets on each side, whereas this one has 3, which I think like this is just, it's better. It just seems a little more natural in the R2. Very padded laptop compartment, of course. We've got the false bottom here. So that pretty much stops here. Your laptop's gonna be suspended and protected from unexpected drops. Whereas this one kind of goes all the way to the bottom of the bag, the modular. So I like that as a design tweak and a design change. Yeah, and then the way that you access the laptop compartment, you don't really do it through, still pulling straps and stuff out of the modular. You don't really put it through this main compartment. You just access from up here. And I always thought it was a bit weird just to have this kind of fabric flailing around, but that's the way they do it. Open that up. Pretty much the same design here. One thing that you will notice are these handles at the top. And those are pretty much the same, although it feels a little improved on the R2. I don't know why. I'm trying to decide why. The stitching here, you can see that it's way more visible, but it is pretty much the same. These handles here are nice and grabbable, very dense padding, and there's almost like it's very dense padding, so really nice to grab onto. And yeah, if we're gonna look at the front panels, let's flip those over and kind of do a comparison here. Still got the cardboard in here. I'll just kind of pull that out, but it's still got that stiffness to it, right, on the R2. The modular seems a little bit stiffer, honestly, with this thing here, which I don't know. You don't really need it that stiff inside of the bag. All right, and then checking out the top. Actually, I'm just gonna do this. Put it up a little bit. Don't worry about the framing here. So yeah, we can see that kind of space age material here again on the modular. Yeah, kind of that mesh pocket, kind of same kind of design on this front panel, except on the R2, we've now got these two divided pockets, and then one pocket up here that goes all the way down to the bottom. Here we've got a little bit more of an admin panel on the modular, so we've got these 2 pockets here for pen, pencil, stylus. These 2 Velcro pockets. I personally these Velcro pockets. It just feels messy to me, and we kind of mentioned that in the review. This just feels a lot cleaner, and then you have the mesh for anything that you really want to keep locked in. Like this is gonna lock in like a portable hard drive or something, or maybe a phone, but like it just feels a little bit sloppier and messier. And then likewise, we've got that pocket that goes all the way down to the bottom. So yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of the comparison between the R2 and the modular. Talking a little bit more about the modular, I mean, the R2. This is definitely a very heavy bag. I mean, it's not quite as heavy as the modular because we don't have all those extra attachment points, but it's heavy and it keeps its structure. And I think it looks really good when it's fully packed out, but as we've been hauling stuff around and not having it fully packed out just between the co-working space, it's just kind of like a big box, and there's not a lot of flexibility in the fabric. But it is highly weather resistant. So it has that going for it. I mean, that's really what they go for. And then yeah, same comfy back panel. Do like that. I believe this is where the frame sheet, oh no, this is like another pocket back here, and then there's that thing on the interior is kind of the frame sheet. So yeah, let us know in the comments below what you think of this bag. I know they have a Kickstarter going on right now with the forge as well. We don't have a copy of that to quick hit or to review quite yet, but we may be getting that in the future. So let us know in the comments what you think. We may or may not do a full review of this. All right, thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. This has been the Black Ember Citadel R2. We'll see you in the next video.